And again, the other thing that upsets me is this dictatorial approach that we're going to tell you what's best for you. You're not going to have any choice.
Right.
You're seeing that even, we talked about this, with shower heads and sinks now where the water comes out and tests smart this, smart that, which will tell you how much water you can use or what you should use. We still got to let the individual have that opportunity to make good judgments. Not everyone is going to do that. I understand that. But overall, I don't think we should be forcing things on people, and that bothers me.
Are you saying it's a slippery slope to rationing how much water you can use when you do the dishes at night?
You do the dishes at night?
I do the dishes. Heck, yes, I do.
I thought it was your son who did the dishes.
I would,
Yes.
For instance,
yes,
yeah. They already ration what water comes and what water doesn't. The government already does that, right? I mean, you
could run your sink for 4 hours if you wanted to.
You could, and you pay for it. And that's kind of the way to do it. But, how much money goes, Mark Butler would talk about this all the time, how much money they're letting into the canal, and is there going to be enough money, how much water? Is there going to be enough water for the nanotechnology that's coming?
I think there's sufficient water, and we know how to allocate the resource. And here you have a multi-use, right? You have a reservoir, you have economic development, you have recreational aspects to how, for instance, Hinckley is used.
Yeah.
So I think you can manage things properly, and you can educate people. But when you begin to force people's hands, that's when I have a problem. And that's what we're seeing more and more. We know the attitude now is we know what's best. We'll tell you, and you just follow what we say. That's the problem.
Definitely a problem. And Frank, have you ever seen in a commercial kitchen an electric stove?
Oh, all the time, Bill.
Yeah, they're big.
It could be a 5 or 6 hour wait before that thing heats up to where I can prep your food correctly. But sure, electric sounds great.
Wait.
What about microwaves? We can microwave everything in the restaurant.
That would be fun.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't that something we don't want to do,
Great
right?
idea.
Supposedly. So, what else? What else is of concern right now, Joe?
Austin Butler still talking like Elvis Presley.
That is a problem. Okay, you're coming as the comedic Joe this morning. He has admitted though that it's a condition, and he's trying to get rid of it. He's admitted he's doing it now. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't notice that, but I think it's encouraging. I was just talking about your caller that had the Irish accent that you said was
very good
Can
point.
we give the senator maybe 10 minutes of stage time?
We could if he wants it tonight, he could get it. Can you bring Phil in? I want to just give a little introduction to Phil.
By the way, he's been on the stage for more than 3 decades. He needs another 10 minutes,
He
Frank?
has.
Yes, but this would be an open, looser senator.
How do I look, Jeff?
I want to go. Apparently, he's not. Is he not on the line, Jeff? I'm getting very confused as to what we're doing.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll bring in Phil. I'm going to need Joe. Why don't you?
Shall I relinquish
Frank,
this? No,
yeah.
I can.
But I want just push a chair over so Phil can come over there by Joe. He has made a.
Has he been tested?
He has been tested.
Okay.
He has made a. I didn't realize this, but former public safety commissioner in Utica, Phil Torresano, he makes belts, and he talked about this the last time he was in.
He said how durable they were. I said they must be grass-fed, not corn-fed. And then he said it was snakeskin, not even leather.
It is rattlesnake.
I make mostly leather.
Okay.
Mostly leather, but this is a special one for somebody that's coming here today.
Well, I know he got a special belt. Did you, Bill?
I haven't yet, but
All
look
right.
at what he creates.
Can you make a holster?
Yeah.
Talk
All right.
about what it is that you do there, Phil. That's really incredible.
Well, I was a police officer for 35 years. My brother's major holster maker. He was making holsters when I come on the job. Made me a holster. I went on a raid. Young guy in narcotics hit the doorknob with my holster. The belt broke in half. The belt I had was from an Army-Navy store. So we started making belts. I've been doing gun shows and selling them for 47 years.
Wow.
So these are belts that you can holster then.
Yeah.
So I want to buy one of these, I think, then.
What is
Unless you want to.
You give me that money, I'll put it in a frame.
I thought it was going to, I thought it'd be at least.
I'll put it in a frame.
I thought he'd be like, Frank, what do you think? We've been here forever, and you think we get a belt from Phil?
What do the belts sell for?
They start at like $40 up
Okay.
to an average belt, a line belt, suede line belt to carry a gun with is like $69.
All right, that's not bad at all. But these are real leather. Look at this.
The deal is, this is a snake belt. How I make a belt is usually all one length, okay? The belt, the end of the leather where the holes are,
Yeah.
that leather, I have the leather personally tanned for myself.
Okay.
Comes in a hide. That hide is a little thicker. That's where your holes are going to wear out. Now in this, I have a patent on this. This is a sleeve that goes over the end that holds.
Okay.
It's the stress
Right.
point of the belt. What
So
happens,
this is a belt that's going to last.
what happens is if I make you a belt now
Yeah,
and you say
yeah.
you're going to lose weight, you lose 2 inches, I cut it down from here.
Okay.
Just like him. I'm going to measure him when he comes in.
Jimmy, you're going to measure Jimmy.
Foot tape.
And this is supposed to match his snakeskin boots.
Oh yeah, he had him on when he was here. I
Yeah,
told him I was
yeah.
going to, and then it'll fit him perfectly. Now, if a guy who carries a gun inside his pants, he'll want a belt an inch longer. You can't buy a 43-inch belt. You can't buy a 45-inch belt. It's got to
Okay.
be custom cut for you. So that's
right.
how I do it, and been very successful.
And that's
at
it. And I have to say, the metal on this belt doesn't sound like the metal on any belt that I've purchased at JCPenney.
This is not. This is special buckles made by
Yeah.
a special company. I
That's
know he's
really,
into that
really cool.
Western stuff.
Yeah.
He's actually, you know who he is? He's Monty Capilotti. They brought back from Easy Money.
Okay, really?
He's the
Nice.
my wife. We watch him every
Yeah, yeah.
listen to him every day. She says Monty's on. We call him Monty Capilotti.
I love
because
it.
He's the everyday, you know.
He is. He really is. And as we mentioned,
You can make him something that's ugly. It's still going to look decent.
it will. Jimmy Fallow will be in studio coming up next hour. In fact, Davey's in the midst of picking him up. The looking for tickets for this. We actually have somebody that reached out a little while ago saying they have a pair of tickets. Otherwise, this is completely sold out for the weekend. 5 shows, even added some extra shows to the deal. Jeff is, I believe we're going to be talking to where we are. Okay, explain what we're doing here, Jeff.
So so I wanted to touch base with Tom Carcone, Union Utica Fire Department, and I wanted an update on the living conditions there. I still can't believe they're going through what they're going through. But in addition to that, my understanding was that there was an arbitration ruling made this week as it relates to what the fire department wants as far as a new contract and their ongoing fight with the city. So he's joining us now for an update on that. We can get more into the living situation next week.
Okay, all right. Good morning. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on.
Good morning. Good morning.
So tell us what are we dealing with over there, and talk about what's been happening this week. We've been hearing about some really difficult living conditions over there. Meanwhile, these guys have to go out and actually assess the viability of properties around the city. Yet the property they're living in isn't up to snuff.
Yeah, well, Jeff was kind enough to join the council in the tour of the fire stations, and he got a glimpse of what it was like and what it is like for our firefighters every day. But that's gotten extremely worse. They started the construction at Central Fire Station. They're working around the members there. I encourage anybody that's concerned to take a walk through Central and actually see the conditions that our firefighters are living in. The other night it was 47 degrees within the station while they were working a 24-hour shift. They're sleeping in dust-filled rooms around the construction site. They got wires hanging everywhere, furnaces in the middle of the living room that aren't connected. And the conditions are getting worse every day for our guys. And it doesn't seem that anybody seems to be concerned. There's a lot of money out there through the ARPA funding. They were more than eligible to use the money to fix those fire stations.
Yeah.
They put some money towards it, which shows they can. The federal government made it descriptive to update public buildings in order to make them more COVID protective, more isolated areas, and update them for any future pandemics. So the money is definitely able to be allocated for that reason and purpose, and I think that shows with some of the money being allocated, but I think it's like $600,000 when it should be much more if they didn't consider building firehouses out of that funding altogether. But yeah, the conditions are getting worse while the construction is going on, and the other fire stations still remain and pretty much intact of exactly how terrible they were, with delays on getting. We keep being told that there's delays on getting materials. Yet we're watching a Nexus Center get built, and we're watching a hospital get built, but it's 2 years before they could get the roofing material to fix Station 1 in West Utica.
We're talking to Tom Carcone with the Utica Fire Department, and talk about. I've got about a minute. The arbitration this week. What happened this week?
Well, that was in regards to the self-insurance plan for the city of Utica. So our collective bargaining agreement says that they can propose a change if there's similar coverage to health insurance, but it has to be agreed to by both parties. This was acknowledged by both sides. In April 1st of 2022, the city implemented that self-insurance program without coming to an agreement with our firefighters. Regardless, we were in negotiations, and it was part of the negotiations.
Yeah.
We did let them know that they had to negotiate it, and we would protect our collective bargaining agreement. It was ignored, and they implemented it anyway. Well, the grievance that we filed for the violation of our CBA, the decision finally came back. The decision came back as that the city did actually violate our collective bargaining agreement, and by moving us into the self-insurance program, they put us at a disadvantage in negotiations. We attempted to continue those negotiations, but once the city had implemented it and violated our CBA, they didn't recognize it as a concession or try to meet any of the problems that exist as far as like sharing the savings or giving us language to protect the changes that have taken place. One of those major changes is that instead of Blue Cross Blue Shield's setting our premiums, the city of Utica now sets our premiums. In the past decade, the highest increase that we've had through Blue Cross Blue Shields has been about 12.5%.
Yeah.
When the unions managed the healthcare committee, it was never over 10%. The first year that the city has taken over setting of the premiums, which members contribute to, they increased the premiums by 30%. They're claiming that it saves money, yet they needed a 30% increase in order to balance it, and they're saying that they save money on it. Ultimately, the arbitrator ruled that the city has to go back to the fully funded plan if they don't come to an agreement with us on the self-insurance plan.
Okay.
So the insurance budget for the city of Utica employees went from $9 million to $11 million. It's going to go to another $3 million higher, 14 if they're forced to go to a fully funded plan. And it looks like the city's more interested in giving the money back to Blue Cross Blue Shields than giving it to its own firefighters. We're not far off from coming to an agreement. We're willing to still talk to the city, but it has to be on a fair playing ground where they're not stripping our negotiable items while we're in negotiations.
All right, Tom, we'll get a further update next week. We'll get you back on, and we thank you for giving us the update. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me on, guys, and I appreciate your concern for our firefighters and their living conditions.
Thank you. And, Joe, there's a lot of money out there, a lot of COVID money out there, and, maybe some of that ought to go to fixing up the firehouse.
Well, the city had a lot within its under its
There's
control, a lot, and Tommy Carcone does a good job in representing the men and women of the fire department.
We'll break coming up. Jeff with news. Fox News straight ahead.
News. And now a small business setback, set to smooth jazz.
It's late. You're driving in the rain with only one thing on your mind. The deer about to total your HVAC van. But with Progressive's 30-plus customizable coverage options, you're covered. The rest is just saxophone.
When running your small business gets rough, Progressive Commercial is there to smooth it out. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Twinkly sound.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage and discounts not available for all vehicles or states. Policy terms and conditions apply.
Is your home's title still in your name? Home Title Lock's free lookup service can make sure it is. Your home's title is online, where thieves can forge your signature, take out loans against it, or even sell it. Homeowners insurance and common identity theft programs don't protect you. Home Title Lock does. Verify your home is still in your name with Home Title Lock's free lookup service and register your address for 30 free days of protection at HometitleLock.com/free. HometitleLock.com/free.
While prosecutors in Georgia keep considering criminal charges related to former President Trump's attempts to overturn the state's election results, portions of a special grand jury report made public show jurors found no fraud, but they believe some witnesses unnamed may have committed perjury. In Arizona, Republican Kari Lake, who claims fraud cost her last year's election for governor, lost again in courts.
The Arizona Court of Appeals rejecting Kari Lake's challenge of her defeat in the state's governor's race to Democrat Katie Hobbs. In Thursday's ruling, the court writing Lake presented no evidence that voters whose ballots were unreadable by tabulators at polling places were not able to vote, even pointing out Lake's witness acknowledged that ballots that couldn't be initially read were ultimately counted. Lake, among the most vocal proponents of election fraud in the 2020 presidential race, has been claiming misconduct since losing to Katie Hobbs by just over 17,000 votes. Hobbs was sworn in as Arizona's governor last month. Matt Napolitano, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are falling, suggesting more selling. A baseball legend has died. Tim McCarver, not just famous for playing, he's in the Hall of Fame for broadcasting.
During his playing days, McCarver won a pair of World Series titles as a catcher for the St. Louis Cardinals and then went on to an incredibly successful career analyzing the game on TV. After retiring, McCarver quickly became one of the most recognizable broadcasters in the game and became known nationally, especially during his nearly 2 decades at Fox. He was the lead analyst for more than 20 World Series broadcasts and won 6 Emmys for his work on television. As a player, McCarver was a 2-time All-Star during his 21-year career and formed a successful partnership with Hall of Fame pitcher Bob Gibson. Tim McCarver was 81. I'm Eric Messersmith, Fox News.
In the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks won their 12th straight game, beating Chicago, but star Giannis Antetokounmpo suffered a sprained wrist. His status for the All-Star Game Sunday is unknown. America's listening to Fox News. I'm Dave Anthony.
All right, mostly cloudy skies, some rain showers, and temps falling fast. Bill, now down to 40 degrees. I think we're down about 11 degrees over the past hour. Temps will continue to fall. We'll be into the mid-20s by this afternoon and about 15 for your overnight low. A closer look at that forecast is coming up in just a few minutes. We begin with a story about the weather. Warmer temperatures responsible for at least 3 ice rescues on Oneida Lake this week. 2 rescues happened Wednesday, another yesterday morning. Officials are urging people to stay off the ice. They say it may not be as thick as it appears, and certainly it's proving not to be. One man needed to be rescued from the water after driving onto the lake with a 4-wheeler, and the other 2 rescues involved fishermen. Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti says he can no longer in good faith serve on the New York Power Authority board with the destructive policies being pushed by Governor Kathy Hochul. Picenti sending his letter of resignation to the governor on Tuesday, resigning from his unpaid position on the New York Power Authority Board of Trustees, a seat he's held since being appointed there by Governor Cuomo back in 2015. He says he believes that the state's policies are damaging the very foundation of the economy, public safety, and health in the entire state. You can read more about that letter on our website at WIBX950.com. While you're there, check out the Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers Most Wanted Person of the Week. Crime Stoppers and Rome City Police asking for help locating 60-year-old Alexander Wilson. He's wanted on an arrest warrant for grand larceny. You can read more about that story on our website. Oneida County Sheriff's deputies still looking into a serious morning crash in the town of Whitestown, resulting in one of the drivers being airlifted to a Syracuse hospital. Deputies ask anyone who may have seen the accident yesterday morning to share what they witnessed. Deputies say it appears that Terry Kirk of Rome was traveling south on Route 233 and left her lane, crossing into the northern lane. Her vehicle collided with the vehicle headed in the opposite direction, a 76-year-old woman from the town of Marshall. Anyone who may have witnessed that crash should call the Oneida County Sheriff's Office. Kirk from Rome had to be airlifted via Mercy flight to Upstate Hospital, where she was last listed in critical condition. Well, not much snow on the ground right now, but the city of Utica recently welcomed a significant snowflake delivery. Snowflake, the Utica Zoo's female white-handed gibbon, has given birth to a healthy baby. Gibbons are an ape species, and Snowflake is a resident of the Utica Zoo along with her mate, Yoda. The birth is noteworthy because while the zoo was authorized to allow the gibbons to breed, the thought was they could not because they were too old. Snowflake is 35, Yoda is 38. The pair have been parents together 3 times. The last time was 23 years ago. Zoo officials making accommodations to introduce the family to the public, hopefully soon. Your WIBX Weather Center forecast. Mostly cloudy skies, some rain showers continuing this morning and possibly changing over to snow showers before 2 p.m. Temps still falling as we go through the day. Looking to be about 25 degrees by 4 or 5 o'clock. Slight chance of snow showers overnight tonight as temps fall further, an overnight low of 15. Partly sunny for your Saturday and a high of 38. We warm it back up to the mid-40s on Sunday with mostly cloudy skies. Right now, some light rain showers, 40 degrees. WIBX News Time is 8:08.
All right, from the IBEW Local 43 Sports Desk, here we go with some sports action. The Giants are wasting no time starting their off-season action on Thursday. Isaiah Hodgkins re-signed with New York. The 24-year-old was a 6th-round pick by the Buffalo Bills back in 2020. Claimed off waivers by New York in the middle of last season. Also, word out that the Jets are or may be interested in Ryan Tannehill. Interesting there. Blues topped the Devils last night in St. Louis. Final score 4-2. The Islanders will host the Penguins tonight. Over the weekend, Syracuse takes on Duke. It's a Saturday night game at the Dome. And then Colgate hosting Holy Cross. That's 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. The Comets are home tomorrow night. They're on the road tonight. They'll play at the Adirondack Bank Center tomorrow night at 7 p.m. The Pioneers on the road this weekend. They'll play 2 games, their last 2 games of the regular season. After that, it's off to the playoffs, and they are seeded number 1, actually ranked number 1 in the country right now, Utica University Pioneers. Jimmy Falla is in studio, actually sitting down right now. We'll chat with him just a little bit. Jimmy, good morning.
Hey.
You made your way, you were on, what show weren't you on last night?
Oh, you stop it. I was on Hannity, and I left Hannity. I left the big city of New York about 10:30.
Yeah.
And the Thruway was in a non-cooperative mood last night. There was like construction. There was a couple of troopers.
No bathrooms anywhere.
Anyway, I'm actually here in my pajamas. Yes, like every rest stop was closed.
Yes,
I mean, we actually opened a rest stop, the Lincoln Fala honorary rest stop.
Nice.
Because he called me last night to make sure I was still awake behind the wheel. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Peeing." On the side of 87.
I like it.
But I'm here in my PJs. Let's get them, girls.
All right. We're going to spend the hour with Jimmy Falla in studio. He'll do his program from coast to coast right here from our studios this afternoon, noon until 3 o'clock. And, of course, a weekend of comedy at Fat Cats Comedy Club. 5 sellout shows, man.
That's exciting stuff, man.
And they're still fighting over tickets right now. It's unbelievable.
We could have sold another 300, 400
We could have
tickets.
easily, yeah.
Easy.
Stop it, you guys. And we're charging these people to get out.
That's
You know,
right.
it's
That's
like
right.
to get in
That's
and
right.
get out.
That's where we make our money is getting them out of there. So, all right, stand by. We'll come right back here. Hold tight. 811 at WIBX.
From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products and online shops, it's all under one new roof at Max's Print Shop in Marcy. Order anytime and any quantity in person or online at maxsprintshop.com. Since 1978, we pride ourselves on personally meeting every customer's need. We can take your project from design to production. And remember, Max's Print Shop will stitch anything. And we mean anything in the Utica-Rome area. Find us at 9555 River Road in Marcy or online at maxsprintshop.com.
Adirondack Home Furniture is fully stocked from wall to wall with top quality, durable, American-made pieces for any room. With over 40 bedroom and dining room pieces on display and quality sofas starting at $8.99, you're sure to find the pieces to transform your home. And don't forget, Adirondack Home Furniture has more than just rustic pieces. They carry a wide variety of modern, farmhouse, and traditional styles. If you're looking to transform your home or complete a room with a few pieces, now is the time to buy. Because at Adirondack Home Furniture, you'll save the amount of the sales tax. Save the amount of the sales tax on any purchase for your living room, bedroom, office, and occasional furniture. All solid wood and American made, including in-stock items, clearance items, and even special orders. Adirondack Home Furniture has the best value and top quality furniture for your home. Visit them at the former Riverside Mall, Horatio Street, Utica, or browse the inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
Sweet deals all month long at your family-owned and operated dealership, Steet Pawnee Chevy in Herkimer. Fall in love and find new roads when you test drive a 2023 Chevy Equinox all-wheel drive LS 3-year, 30,000-mile lease with $1,000 down for just $349 a month. You'll say, "Be mine" when you test drive our 2023 Chevy Trailblazer LT front-wheel drive 3-year, 30,000-mile lease with $1,000 down for just $319 a month. Steet Pawnee Chevrolet, offering you sweet deals and the buying experience you'll love. Visit them on Route 28 in Herkimer or at SteetPawneeChevy.com. See why it's always easy to do business at Steet Pawnee Chevy.
Customer must qualify for A1 top-tier credit with GM Financial. 25 cents per mile. Mileage penalty over 30,000 miles. All taxes, fees, first payment due on delivery. Equinox stock number 23077. MSRP $30,080. Trailblazer stock number 23130. MSRP $25,595. Must have current lease in household and take delivery by 2/28/2023.
Every day at NBT Bank, We focus our business around all the ways we can help yours. We're large enough to offer leading business and digital solutions, but local enough to ensure personalized one-on-one service. So turn to NBT Bank for a full range of business solutions, like capital and treasury management services, even fraud protection, and see how NBT Bank is just the right size to help you do big things. Visit nbtbank.com to learn more and start a conversation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Hey, Ricky Z is ready to take care of you at Steep Pawnee Mazda. And whether that's a brand new Mazda, love my CX-9. That thing moves. That vehicle moves. A Mazda certified pre-owned is an awesome option as well. And they have plenty of great vehicles, all certified, ready to take care of you. The best of the best late model Mazda vehicles. They can offer award-winning Mazda certified pre-owned vehicles with a 160-point inspection and a 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And if you need a lower price or a lower payment, you just look to Ricky and you give him the look, and he'll know exactly. He'll say, let's make your deal on a Mazda certified pre-owned vehicle. See why their customers always say it's always easy to do business at Steep Pawnee Mazda Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, Carol, I'm going to get to you coming up in a second, so stand by. Don't go anywhere right now. Here he is, the man, Jimmy Fallon. Good morning.
Hey.
Glad to have you up here.
Let me give myself some volume.
Yeah, you got to
There
crank
you
that.
go. There you go, Manaski. I got to make sure I sound okay. I'm on a little bit of a bender right now.
Well, you've been up since what?
I know, but like you guys have an obligation to tell me, like, do I look like strung out or anything? I've got to make public appearances, and what's really changed my life in the last 6 months, and it really was jarring, is I was taking a picture with like a random person in the airport, and they're like, "This is going on our Christmas card," and in my head I was like, "Oh." You know what I mean? Because you realize you're on like 5,000 fridges around the country hanging up, and I look like a pirate hooker right now. And not a good one. Not a good one. Not an affordable one. I think that's why people like me. I look like
you have to,
approachable pirate hooker.
Howard Stern always said he stopped taking pictures because he hated all the pictures. That when he'd see these pictures online, he looked terrible.
But I don't understand that because he had sunglasses on in every
and the
picture.
hair thing covers
you didn't
everything up.
See him? What are you talking
You're
about?
right.
It's just someone's like, I met a 6'6" mop. I don't know it's Howard Stern. They're like, where'd you take this? Home Depot, aisle 7.
That's awesome. So this has been there's been a lot to talk about. There is no shortage of material for you.
Wow. Yeah, and my wife is from Ohio. Where your man Pete Buttigieg, I know you're a huge fan.
Oh yes,
you sliding into his DMs.
I heard your
all the
comments
time.
on why he won't be fired yesterday.
Oh, they can't fire him because he's gay. I mean, that's the point. If you appoint
Right.
somebody because of their
Right.
identity,
Right.
you can't fire them because their identity didn't change.
Right.
That's the same thing with Karine Jean-Pierre. Like she can't do that job.
Right.
Like they would be better if they replaced her with like a magic 8-ball. Remember the thing you shook? And you're like, what do we do with do we close the border?
Yes.
Signs point to yes. You know what I mean? Yes.
Go straight, they'll have to fire him.
Yeah, Pete marries a woman, like, you're out of here. Sorry.
Done.
No
well,
room for
and
that.
this mess going on with the train is
Yeah.
just a disaster.
Yes.
Literally a disaster. And the federal government's doing nothing right now.
Yeah, well, they're going to act up when they realize how much plastic water bottle is being consumed. Then they'll be like,
right.
oh, the environment. But they didn't care about, obviously, the chemicals right now.
Yeah.
I think the concern right now, and you've probably heard the clip, is about making sure the cleanup crew is diverse enough.
Right.
You know,
that's
like
very
sorry your
important.
house.
That's right.
Sorry you have a 3-eyed dog. But we're gonna make sure the guys who come in here are not just a bunch of white guys. It's so stupid.
It is. It's crazy. Of course, you'll be talking about all that this afternoon with your show from noon to 3. We got a bunch of stuff going on. Of course, tonight you'll be at Fat Cats. You've sold out 5 shows, and people are fighting. In fact, Carol, I'm going to get to you in a second. People are fighting for tickets right now. There's been a little change. All of a sudden, the Jimmy Fallon world. Now when they say, "Hey, you're coming to the Tonight Show to see Jimmy Fallon," they're like, "Oh, the guy on the radio." That's all
Before they used to barter for tickets.
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
how about I give you $14.95?
It was
right?
like it was a prison poker game.
Yeah.
You're hitting hard now.
Yeah, well, I met a guy who got in to see me with 2 cigarettes and a pack of Sweet and Low, and now I understand this money being exchanged. This is exciting stuff. Listen, man, you know my superpower is I am empowering. People watch me on TV and radio and assume they can do it too.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, well, if this guy got
yeah,
on.
yeah. How about our man Davey? Who did he get you over here properly? And Jim
Listen,
Rondinelli as well.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I was so thrilled when they finally found that Moscow, Idaho killer, so people could stop asking me if it was Davey. That really took the edge off our show after a month.
Yeah.
Nobody had heard from Davey. They're like, the guy's on the run. He probably wasn't the best with women.
Yeah, we know that, Davey.
No, you stop it. Davey.
Yeah.
Popeye just lost his spinach because they closed Peepers. That's all. He'll find a new can. Don't worry. Any day now.
Senator to your left here is Senator Joe Griffo. Joe, you brought along a little something that you want. You're welcome. You want Jimmy to try, obviously from Rome. He's a former mayor of Rome, and he's the Griffiths, or he's the Woodstock mayor.
Yeah, no, we go back.
Yeah, we go back.
Go back.
Bill, this mic keeps dropping here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hold it. Just deal with it.
Medicine to make this thing stay up, right?
Oh, there it is.
Whoa!
Boom!
Boom! Okay.
Oh man,
he's bringing you something.
Oh, this is exciting.
Well, this is something to keep you awake.
Oh, get out of town.
Yeah. So it's made in Rome, New York, and it's made by Nora's Candy Shop.
Oh, get out of here.
The Hair family, and it's called Turkey Joints.
Oh, these
you
are
ever heard of
dope.
these?
I've heard of them, but wow, look at these.
So,
thank you.
And
it's a big deal.
We'll take a picture to let Spiro see that you've got his turkey joints.
Absolutely.
Mug with it. Look at that.
Absolutely.
Now these are chocolate and it's candy. I'm not sure it's on your diet because you're.
Well, you can try to smoke it. It's legal in New York now.
There is a guy following me around with a cattle prod at Fox. You hear me talk about it on the radio?
I do, yeah.
So they can't actually tell you. You know, it's a corporate America.
Right.
They won't ever tell you you're fat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
They'll tell you look good,
right,
as a way of reminding you there's a lot of days when you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Wow, you're on TV a lot today. You know, Martha looked good. Martha looked good. And then basically the other, you're like, oh, I understand now.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. But we have like those Secret Santas.
Right.
Yeah, like so someone brings in like a Yankee hat or a sweatshirt. When I reached into the grab bag, I pulled out a treadmill. I'm like, oh, I see what's going on here, Fox.
That's a hint.
I see.
It's tough. I mean, the weight comes off so slowly, but it goes back on very, very quickly. That's the problem.
This is the hook, man. Like, it also works to my advantage that everybody I'm on TV with looks like a TV star, and I look like the guy who installed your TV. Like, that's kind of the hook because it makes the audience more relatable. But this is the struggle. I have better energy if I'm losing weight. But I like food, man. I like, you know, when I'm like,
and you're traveling every weekend too.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to give you stuff.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I just opened with a jar of candy.
That's right.
At 8 in the morning.
Here's how the day starts.
But I'll eat it. It's going down.
Right, just keep the pump cover on. That's all. You know?
Let me bring in Carol. Now, Carol, for our organization called Real Men Get Tested for Cancer, because guys are idiots, right?
They are.
Procrastinate. They don't get tested. And anyway, she donated $350 for a pair of tickets to see you.
Okay, wow.
And it turns out not only did she do that, but she had already purchased a pair of tickets.
Stop it.
Hi, Carol. You're on with Jimmy Fallon right now. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's nice to talk to you.
Oh, I'm honored, Carol. Let me just really quick. I just want to make sure you didn't pay in singles and I don't have to dance or anything.
No, but you better be good because, I paid a lot of money.
You did? No, I owe you the deluxe, all the hits. Balloon Animals, you name it.
All right. So, awesome. But Carol, you wanna give away, explain what you want to do.
Well, I did buy tickets for the 5 o'clock show when you put those on, and more than happy to go twice. But if you were saying that a lot of people are anxious to go, so if somebody wants to purchase those, then donate the money to the Real Men Get Tested.
That's
I think that would be awesome.
That is awesome. So this is for the 5 p.m. show.
Correct.
All right, and I'll arrange everything with you after the program. We'll get it all worked out, and you'll be going tonight. You'll be there tonight.
Correct.
Yes. All right. I'll arrange that with you. We'll see. Anybody wants these tickets? You want to put some money up? It'll go to Real Men Get Tested, which is an organization that simply promotes guys getting out there and getting tested. Give Davey a call at 315-736-0186. Carol, thank you.
Carol. This is a big deal,
Thank
Carol.
you. Looking forward to the show tonight, Jimmy.
Oh, it's going to be rowdy, girlfriend. Get your game face on.
I'm bringing my husband, though. So.
Oh, that's it. It's for your own good. You don't hang out with this crowd.
All right.
Thanks, Carol.
All right. Take care.
Carol, thank you. Here's another one I can squeeze in here. Your biggest fan, Ann in Rome. Hello, Ann.
Good morning. Bill, you got my two favorite guys on, my favorite senator, my favorite comedian.
Oh, Ann.
Jimmy, I am so excited to see you again. You put on a great show last time. Looking forward to it. I do have to tell you, my cousin Rochelle, if you give a shout-out to her, retired police lieutenant in Baltimore, so jealous. She asked me if I would please take a picture with you. We love you because you're funny, and you've got to be one of the brightest men. We love watching you. We get a laugh. But you're very intelligent. And I told this to Bill before. Love you. Can't wait to see you. Looking forward to tonight.
No, this is rad. And do you want to shout out now or do you want to shout out on stage? Whatever you need. You know, I love
you can. She's going to be watching the show now.
Oh, shout out.
So she's watching right now.
Congrats on the retirement. That's a big deal. Thanks for keeping us safe as long as you did. You might know that I tried to join the police force, but they have a thing called a background check. And that did kind of change the process a little bit for me. I was like, I don't know, maybe a taxi. Maybe you can give me a car without lights on the roof, but I could still drive around the city. You still get to fight plenty of crime. It's just, a little bit less drug testing since we're talking about it. But absolutely, and congratulations, girlfriend. And I will see you it's at the show. It's going to get nuts.
I will be with Joe and his wife, Lorraine.
Oh, there you go. Right. Come on. All right, rock and roll.
Looking forward to it.
Take a stage dive. Let's go.
Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely.
All right.
Bye, Ann.
Bye-bye.
I'd just like to see, this will be pretty full tonight. I'd like to see Ann maybe crowd surfing along
that would be hot.
Interesting view.
Joe,
Joe,
I like it.
Be pretty cool.
Crowd surfing? Yeah, we just lost the superintendent in Baldwinsville doing that.
We did. Did you see that story? The superintendent of schools at the football game started crowd surfing.
Really?
Then as he's driving away, they nailed him for DWI.
Oh, I was going to say. That's hilarious.
Superintendents, the principals sometimes are fun.
Yeah.
The superintendents are like all business, not this guy.
Dude, like literally stay in your lane.
That's right. That's right. He didn't. It didn't end well. So
what'd you do to Smitty in there, by the way? You said you talked to Carol. You said, all right, if you want tickets, call Davey right now. He's got 55 phone calls in there.
All right. Well, you know what to do with that, Davey, right? So if somebody wants to, we want to sell them. Maybe they give $100 for Real Men Get Tested. That'll be cool.
This is a bid style thing we're doing.
It's a bid, yeah.
It's a bid.
I'll just give. I'm not going to make this go on a long time.
Okay,
So
okay.
First person that calls and gives you a fair amount of money, Davey, sell them. Okay.
Okay.
All right, man. Magic Bill, Bill in Rome. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, William. Jimmy's back in town. Whoop, whoop. It's going to be a great weekend at Fat Cats.
Yeah, we're pumped up, man.
Yeah. All right, Bill, you're not going to – this is like when I say we're sold out, it's oversold out. Wow. It's cool. There's not another.
We can't even get Bill in.
No, I'm not even going to the show. There's a remote camera I'll be
It's
watching
actually
from.
so crowded I can't get in.
No.
Like, sorry, Jimmy. Sorry, you can't.
Well, we did have as backup. We had Rachel Matt already.
Oh, there you
go. Perfect.
She works cheap.
Listen, he's great. I love him. I love his ass.
That's right.
I got a break on that. Hold on tight. Thank you, Bill. We'll come right back. 828 at WIBX.
I'm here with Marty Zarnock Jr., creator of Mountain Ice, our WIBX industry ace. Marty, I've been using Mountain Ice since it hit the market, and it's helped tremendously with pain relief in my shoulders and knees. What would you tell someone who's never used Mountain Ice before?
If you've never used Mountain Ice, it's unlike any other products on the market today. They basically just mask the pain and just kind of soothe the pain for a short period of time, whereas In Mountain Ice, we put, turmeric, arnica, tea tree oil, glucosamine. We're trying to attack inflammation, trying to attack pain in a different way, reduce swelling, improve circulation where the pain is caused from. So it does a few other things instead of just kind of, masking the pain for a few hours.
All right, great info, Marty, and thanks for being one of our industry aces. For more information, go to mountain-ice.com or visit them in person on Old River Road in Marcy for a free sample.
How do you sum up 70 years in 30 seconds? The Community Foundation of Herkimer and Oneida counties has helped nonprofit groups put more than $110 million donor dollars to work over the last 7 decades. Programs, services, people, places, progress. Our 30 seconds are about up, but we're just getting started. Learn more at foundationhoc.org and help us work toward a vibrant region with opportunity for all.
Spring is on the way, and if you're looking to make the most of it in a new RV, camper, boat, or trailer, then look to Mohawk Valley FCU. Right now, you can get up to 120 months financing for as low as 5.74% APR for any new recreation vehicle. That's 120 months of financing for as low as 5.74% APR. Go to MohawkValleyFCU.org for more info and to apply today. Mohawk Valley FCU, member focused, member driven.
Adirondack Home Furniture is fully stocked from wall to wall with top quality, durable, American-made pieces for any room. With over 40 bedroom and dining room pieces on display and quality sofas starting at $8.99, you're sure to find the pieces to transform your home. And don't forget, Adirondack Home Furniture has more than just rustic pieces. They carry a wide variety of modern, farmhouse, and traditional styles. If you're looking to transform your home or complete a room with a few pieces, now is the time to buy. Because at Adirondack Home Furniture, you'll save the amount of the sales tax. Save the amount of the sales tax on any purchase for your living room, bedroom, office, and occasional furniture. All solid wood and American made, including in-stock items, clearance items, and even special orders. Adirondack Home Furniture has the best value and top quality furniture for your home. Visit them at the former Riverside Mall, Horatio Street, Utica, or browse the inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, so Jimmy Fallon in studio here this morning. He'll do a show today noon till 3 from our WIBX studios. You want to talk to Jimmy? You have a little question, looking for a comment, you want to say hi, 315-736-0186 is our phone number, and we have you.
Hello, Jimmy.
Hi.
Welcome back to Jimmy, to UTICA. We love you on the radio, defending the USA. Beats driving a taxi and hustling for a fare. Jimmy fella, you're the best. We're so glad you're here. We hear you on the radio and see you on TV. You're fair and sharp and funny, and your shirts light up the scene.
Hey, girl.
The Keeler Show is lucky, and Frank at Fat Cats too. Too bad Lincoln's sleeping, but we've got you. Woo!
Wow.
All right.
I feel like I'm judging a reality show called America's Got Issues.
Thank
you. Thank you.
I'll
This
tell
is
you,
amazing.
girl,
You're a hell of a
Very
singer.
nice.
You are a phenomenal singer. No, I really love your voice, and thank you for this. Do you have a name for this puppy, or should I name him?
You can name him.
All
right.
We got to come up with a name for this guy by the end of the show. It's very nice to meet you, by the way. This
Very
is amazing.
Nice to meet you too.
When I saw you walk in, I didn't know what was going on. Like,
Yeah, me either.
My
Well, I
whole
gotta
life
tell
is
you,
like a weird dream.
I was at the corner over here, not being out of sight in the dark.
Yeah.
And Polly from the Frog comes over, and if we were on camera at that point, I know we would have won 10 grand on the world's funniest videos. The reaction was priceless. I thought she was going to have a heart attack.
Yeah, no, that was I had one actually. That was fantastic. But the fact that we lived through this, I think, is a victory. Thank you. Really nice to meet you.
Well, welcome back. We love you.
We love you more.
All
This
right.
is
Thank you,
amazing.
Don.
I gotta
Thank
get
you.
to hula with
I'm
you.
gonna wear that outfit on Gutfeld this week. Get in touch with me. I'll wear that.
Oh no. Oh
Bring it-
no.
oh, here we go.
Oh yeah. Not too close. Not too close. We don't. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Because I'm
How do you tip in a gorilla costume? Do you give bananas? Like, what do you do? Normally you'd peel off a wad of singles, but you peel off a wad of banana?
I am so sorry about
Really
this.
nice to meet you. This was
All
a
right.
career highlight. Nice to
And
meet you.
exit. Okay, nice. Thank you, Donna. We appreciate that.
Donna.
That is awesome. And
Party
I'm glad,
characters.
And I'm kind of glad you sang it live. So
Donna, thank you for this.
Uh,
Everyone check out Donna's party characters.
That's yes.
Awesome. Get out of here. All right, so no, honestly, at first I because I know the Cocaine Bear is coming out.
I cannot believe that movie.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I like about Cocaine Bear? It's like the real movie is called Cocaine Boardroom. You know what I mean? Because there's no way that movie got approved unless
You're
everyone in the
right.
boardroom was on cocaine. Like, how could you confidently walk into a room full of executives and go, "I've got it, a bear on cocaine"?
I wondered the same thing. How could because someone had to pitch that idea?
Yes.
And turns out it's a true story.
Right, but allegedly, the way the story goes, the bear got into the drugs and died like 12 minutes later.
The bear died instantaneously, but they said if the bear had stayed awake,
is that
it would have
what
been the most
happened?
dangerous super predator in the world.
Oh my God!
So yes,
Even more so than the president.
It was
huh?
it was 1984. It was the same day, oddly enough, that Hunter Biden had his school trip to the zoo. They wound up with a bear on cocaine. Go figure.
How about the balloon thing? And now we're learning that there's in Minnesota or something. There's an amateur balloon group. And they're missing their balloon, and the last they saw it was flying over Alaska.
I love this story. You know how, like, I had a retired Uncle Sonny, and he had gotten to an advanced age where he was a 45-year Sands Point cop, but we did have to take away his guns.
Yeah.
Because he was reacting. I've never been in a situation where we had to take away someone's missiles. Because they might overreact and shoot down a
Right.
hobby balloon. But Joe Biden just ruined a school science fair.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
If you're having a President's Day sale at your car dealership, you might want to, take down that.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to give away concert tickets, like Springsteen tickets, and we'd tie them to like 30 balloons, send them up in the air, use a weather balloon or something.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff they're shooting down right now.
I feel safer.
It is, yeah.
But I loved what he actually said. He's like, well, don't be alarmed. We're only noticing this stuff because we had the radar on low.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like, dude,
right.
I don't want to know the radar was on low.
No.
Lie to me. Tell me it was on high.
And I don't even think that is the way they described it to him. They're like, well, it didn't go up that high.
Yeah.
But he said, well, we actually had it on low, as if there's an intensity level.
It's
right?
like it's Spinal Tap. Turn it up to 11.
That's right.
We had it on 2.
Yeah.
Sleep easy, American people.
In studio here this morning is Jimmy Fallon. I do have the difference. I don't know what is happening. I'm not prepared for it. The difference between you coming in previously and you coming in this time is all of a sudden we didn't have security. We didn't think we needed it. Now all of a sudden people are lining up out there.
Now we have gorillas.
There are gorillas. There's a whole belt thing coming up.
Yeah, is there a belt thing going on? This is
There
exciting.
is. You're gonna like this.
I've got a stuffed dog. I've got some turkey joints.
We're gonna up the game here.
Well,
yeah. Do you want to bring in Phil here?
Yes.
Bring in.
You
bring
could have
in
dreamed
Phil
of anything
and
better driving up here.
Well,
Turkey joints.
This
stuffed
is
bears.
a weird dream right now.
It is.
I've got a stuffed animal, a gorilla costume. Davey gave me a glassine of meth, which is nice. Hey, everybody.
You're wearing a very
you,
colorful lei.
What's going? I am.
Why don't you go on this mic? I know you want to measure him, but
Yes. How are you?
sit down.
I promised you I'd make you something.
You did.
Yes.
Is this the best?
Phil, you got to sit down on that microphone.
I
Okay.
promised you I'd make you something.
Oh, Phil, get out of town.
Because you're the regular guy look, you know.
Yeah.
This is Python.
Get out of
To match
town,
your
Phil.
boots.
Phil, I have boots. Not only do I have boots.
I know. I
But
seen
no,
them. You
I,
had them
I
on
actually,
when you were here.
I
No
haven't
problem.
worn them on Gutfeld yet, but I have the matching jacket for that belt.
Wow.
I'm wanted in 9 states by the fashion police right now.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
you're
look
the
at
regular
that.
guy look. My
That
wife
thing
says
is
you're the
amazing.
regular guy. Monty, what was his name from?
Capuletti.
Capuletti. So listen, though.
Uh-huh.
The only thing is I've been watching you on TV, so me and Zemansky, I brought the 50-foot tape. We're gonna
Stay on the mic. You stay
Back
on your
on
mic,
the mic.
sir. That's
Back on the
funny.
mic. I know you want to measure him, but could we do that right at the end?
Yeah.
I'll
The
do it.
measuring part.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna custom fit this for you.
That is rad. Thank you. That's amazing. Let me see
Look
this.
at that. And there's some things.
You got your initials in it?
Back on
get
Phil.
out of
Phil.
town.
I know you want to talk to him, but on mic, please.
Yeah, you stay on the mic so they can hear you.
So
this
tell
is
him
really rad.
There are a few extra parts, things on this. Explain the belt that you made for him. No, Phil. Oh, boy.
On the mic, Phil.
On the mic.
Michael's medal. to
Thank
keep
you. Oh,
you safe.
awesome. Uh-huh.
You are Catholic.
Yeah,
right?
you need
Okay.
the St. Joel that keeps you on the microphone.
Yeah,
I'm
the
kidding.
St. Joel.
It's a different.
I make these for policemen. I put the St. Michael's
Oh,
medal
that's
and I put the
awesome.
St. Florence medal in.
That's so
that's
cool,
something.
man.
But this will keep you safe.
Brother, that's
And when we're
rad.
done,
Uh-huh.
done with the show, it'll take me 5 minutes. I'll cut
Okay.
it and custom fit it for you.
That's
Okay?
amazing. Thank you.
And I don't,
Isn't
I
that
don't
cool?
need the 50
Yeah.
foot tape. I got the 5 foot tape. Though.
All right, all right.
Oh, Phil.
Listen, he looks great. I mean,
I know he looks a lot. Well,
Listen, I'm on the baggy shirt diet on TV. If you buy
Yeah.
a bigger shirt, it thins out your face. They're like, look, are
Absolutely.
you working out? I'm like, no, I'm shopping.
I don't know how you ain't this big. You're running around. I see. We follow you on every show.
Oh, thanks, man. I need the ratings. That's a big deal.
Yeah, you need the ratings.
you get no holidays off. You're on every show. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, like there's got to be some type of a law, like an abusive work. No,
Yeah.
I'm having a good time. It's great. And there's no way I could call up cab driver Jimmy Fallon and tell him how hard this guy's day is. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Dude, I know you're getting cut off and shot at on the BQE, but I got to put on makeup and go talk about the news for 4 minutes. You know, this is great. It's hilarious.
Love
I'm very
it.
grateful.
Jimmy Fallon in studio. Really excited about noon till 3 o'clock today. Check him out on WIBX and stations across the country. And it'll all come from our studios right here at WIBX. Quick break. We'll come right back here.
Sweet deals all month long at your family-owned and operated dealership, Steet Pawnee Chevy in Herkimer. Fall in love and find new roads when you test drive a 2023 Chevy Equinox all-wheel drive LS 3-year, 30,000-mile lease with $1,000 down for just $349 a month. You'll say, be mine when you test drive our 2023 Chevy Trailblazer LT front-wheel drive 3-year, 30,000-mile lease with $1,000 down for just $319 a month. Steet Pawnee Chevrolet, offering you sweet deals and the buying experience you'll love. Visit them on Route 28 in Herkimer or at SteetPawneeChevy.com. See why it's always easy to do business at Steet Pawnee Chevy.
Customer must qualify for A1 top-tier credit with GM Financial. 25 cents per mile. Mileage penalty over 30,000 miles. All taxes, fees, first payment due on delivery. Equinox stock number 23077. MSRP $30,080. Trailblazer stock number 23130. MSRP $25,595. Must have current lease and household and take delivery by 2/28/2023.
If you're looking for flooring, boy, do I have the perfect place for you. This is Bill Keeler, and I highly recommend in Sarah's Flooring Outlet, the area's leading flooring store. They have the absolute largest inventory in Central New York, and it's a brand new store at the Route 49 Plaza in Marcy. And if you're looking for Pergo Extreme, they have a price guarantee anywhere in the area within a 60-mile radius of their store. It's a pretty awesome deal, and you know you're going to get the best deal at Inserras. Log on to their website at InserrasFlooringOutlet.com and sign up to save $50 off your next purchase of $500 or more. You can shop online or in the store. You will not find a better selection than Inserras Flooring Outlet. See why more people buy from the big store. Its selection, its price, and it's a 6-month interest-free financing. Log on to the website, InserrasFlooringOutlet.com, and see for yourself or visit their store. Inserras Flooring Outlet, Route 49 Plaza, River Road in Marcy.
Sure, you can buy blank uniforms, but what if there was a one-stop shop option that could do it all? Order your uniform, tailor it to fit you, sew on patches, embroider your name, and screen print your tees. A&P Master Images can do that and more. Order one piece for yourself or set up an online store for your whole department to order online. Come and pick it up, have it shipped to your doorstep, or even ask for free delivery to your departments in our local area. A&P Master Images is a New York State certified woman-owned business and can help you or your department fulfill grant requirements too. And if all of this wasn't enough, if you run out of department patches, we can make those too. Don't forget about your fleet of vehicles either. A&P Master Images produces and installs vinyl graphics. Find brands like 511, Proper, Game, Rothko, Redcap, Cherokee, and others. Selling blank apparel is easy. Becoming a one-stop shop to handle all your needs is what A&P Master Images does to make it easy for you, our customer. Visit masterYourImage.com or stop into our showroom at 205 Water Street behind the Utica Odd.
River Hills Properties, the fastest growing real estate company in Central New York. It is all about the services, the extra things that they provide, the extra right from the beginning, from the day you decide to sell your home, all the way up until the closing. They're with you every step of the way. And you know that your house, no one is going into your house. No one is looking at your home without your listing agent right there on location. They don't use the lockbox. There always is a representative there for you to answer questions, to make sure the lights are on, the house is tidied up and ready to go. You're always putting your best foot forward. And it helps sell the property. We use River Hills. My wife and I sold our home in under a week. We would highly suggest that if you're listing your home this year, consider River Hills Properties. Offices in Barneville, Little Falls, and Utica, serving all of upstate New York. It's riverhillspropertiesllc.com. River Hills Properties, LLC.com. Call 315-896-1009. Remember, nobody sells homes like River Hills Properties.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, Jimmy Fallon in studio here this morning, and we've had it all. Holy cow.
Things have happened.
Things have happened.
I've had some costumed characters, a custom snake belt, some turkey joints. I've got a stuffed teddy bear.
You
a
couldn't
CD.
make this crap up.
No, it's classic. There's a lot happening here. It's a weird dream.
You want to chat with Jimmy before he hits the national stage this afternoon? 315-736-0186. And Jim is in Whitesboro right now. James, you're on with Jimmy. Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing it,
Good
man.
to hear your voice.
This morning is the kind of dream you'd have if you dropped acid and went to bed right afterwards. There's been I'm not kidding, the things that are going on. I'm wearing a Hawaiian lei. I was just getting a lap dance from a gorilla. There's a stuffed dog on the table with balloons, which makes me a liability to the Biden administration. I'm probably going to get shot right now. But other than that, great. True. Other than that, great to hear your voice, Jim.
So what's your question, Jim?
No, I'm glad you're in town and hope to make it to the show tonight.
Be rad.
And I was just wondering, I know you do a lot of comedy, and you used to drive a cab. And then other than the wardrobe, do you do visual gigs? And when did you start out with comedy? And I was just wondering, like, when you're like little, I can almost picture you like going to school on the school bus and doing a visual gig. It's how you started out.
That's really funny. Right. Well, according to my last audience, I haven't started comedy yet. I had a good. No, I'm kidding. We had a good one in the city Wednesday night. It was actually like the rowdiest, drunkest crowd of tourists I've ever played. But to answer your question, I did kind of want to be an entertainer when I was a little kid, and I had a hostage audience because my sister. My sister put up some big numbers as a teenager. There was always a new guy over the house on the weekend, and I mean, if you had Sue Fala on your fantasy team, you won every week. She put up. She'd admit to this, but I entertain her and her boyfriends on the couch. And I thought it was great.
You're younger.
Yeah, I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
She was like 18. And she'd have some guy on over with like a neck tattoo who was definitely not there to watch a 5-year-old stand-up comedy routine. But he would laugh at me, probably trying to get me out of the room so he could close the deal. But that's how I got started. And you got to understand, if you can hold the attention of a testosterone juiced-up teenager,
that's true,
who's trying to, play a game of Twister with your sister, you got to have some chops. So that's how I started.
It could be a hostile environment. I mean, that's where you learn.
It's like, get out of here.
Get out of this room. Okay, Jim, thanks, man.
Okay. Can I have one more question?
Do it.
Sure.
On the weight issue at Fox?
Yeah.
I just was wondering, the people losing weight there, and I wanted to ask you about, like, Geraldo. He stays nice and slender, and it's from sitting a pinion fence all the time. He's kind of getting worn out.
Yeah, I really wonder that. Do you want to comment on Geraldo?
Geraldo is a one-name celebrity. So no matter what you think of him, he's a one-name Elvis, Beyonce,
Madonna.
He's got one. It's like if someone wins the presidency, you can hate all their policies. They got one.
Yeah.
We can only name like 7 one-word celebrities. So I have no take on Geraldo other than that. And yes, I don't want to compromise my gig because I am paid to trim his mustache on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's a huge gig. I can claim it as a dependent on my taxes. It's so big.
He tips well.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, does he ever?
Here's Jack in Rome. Hi, Jack. You're on with Jimmy Fallon.
Well.
Okay.
Whoa, that went well.
I don't know what happened there. All of our lines just went dead, and
for the safety of the American people.
Yeah.
We had it yesterday. Representative Andy Biggs was on.
Yeah.
And he made a joke about like he upset the Clintons and they were going to kill him. and like a second later, his phone went out, and I was like, "That's
That-
good."
I heard- I
This,
was
I'm like,
listening
"This
to
guy
that.
really
Yeah.
committed to the bit. This
Yeah.
guy really either that or he's dead,
And he's gone. Yeah.
which is still great radio. I mean, we got a lot of congressmen.
So Frank, anybody have any questions for here with Jimmy? What do you have, Frank?
I have nothing.
I know
I'm
it's
just
been,
waiting. I have nothing. I'm just happy to have him back.
Oh, you
we'll have 5
guys.
shows this weekend. We're gonna have a little dinner at the end of each night there.
Ooh.
We'll prep it up real nice for whatever he wants. Not a problem.
And Senator Griffo, do you get into any of what's going on here in New York? Like the craziest. I realize California always takes the cake, but the craziest policies are being instituted in New York, and that's what these guys are trying to fight here.
Yeah, it's like fella in Wonderland today, right, with all this good stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of goodies.
But I think the only thing falling quicker than the temperatures these days are the IQs in Albany. Because if you think of some of the policies are just outrageous, ridiculous.
Yeah.
You talk about the infringement, Second Amendment infringement, right? You got a president firing missiles everywhere, but they want to infringe on Second Amendment rights,
Good.
right? So.
Not good. You know, Lee Zeldin was on Hannity with me last night, and
He's like a rock star right now.
yeah, no, he's doing great within the party.
Yeah.
But we talk a lot, man, and he's on my radio show a lot. And what happened in New York, it's sad because, politics has become a team sport. And people are rooting for the team harder than the state. They're rooting for the team harder than the country. So there's no objective person that could have looked at New York in the last 4 or 5 years and said, "Oh, it's going good right now."
Yeah.
Now, there's something about the way the number one business in Manhattan is called Space for Rent. It's the most popular business
right.
chain. Everyone's leaving. We used to have walking tours downtown. They're now called running tours because you're getting chased. Like no objective observer
by a
could,
U-Haul.
Yeah, could think we're doing good.
Yeah.
Yet people still voted for their party because it's gotten so bitter. It's like, well, we just want to beat the other guys, but you're beating yourself is the issue.
Yeah.
To follow up on your team analogy with Lee Zeldin, it's almost like the Mets or the Giants get a first round exit in the playoffs. They're like, but wait till next year, baby. We're on the up.
Yeah.
This team's going up.
Wait till next year.
Lee Zeldin's a huge celebrity now for losing the governor's race in the state
just
of New York.
keeping it close.
He just kept it close.
But that's
though.
where the standard is. When you think of the Knicks, right? Everybody's like, the golden years. Patrick Ewing. We never won.
No,
We
always lost to the Bulls.
We lost to the Bulls every year. But I remember the golden years.
Jimmy,
When we were in second place.
Jimmy Fallon in studio. Jack is in Rome. Got you back, Jack. I don't know what happened. Good morning, Jack.
Hey guys, how you doing, Jimmy?
My man.
I spoke to you the last time. Retired cab driver, also.
Yep.
I had Tiny Tim and Kelly Svellis, his brother, in the car.
Yep.
Remember?
I remember this.
I have a question. Did you show up for the Stockwood we had up here?
Wait, the which
Woodstock.
one?
Woodstock.
Oh, Woodstock.
Woodstock. Yeah.
Were you at Woodstock?
Oh,
99.
the original 99. Kennedy was there. She was hosting for MTV.
Right. I think I've seen some recent clips about that.
No, because I've heard this question. Someone asked me this question before. They're like, "What were you doing in 1999?" I was like, "Whippets," and they were great. They were fantastic.
So you might have been there, but I don't
in
even remember.
spirit. I was there in
Yeah.
spirit.
All right. Okay, Jack, thanks.
I'll tell you, I was working for them, and I was working for the guy that just recently passed away, and I was doing a lot of van runs, picking up celebrities and stuff at the airport in Syracuse.
Oh, that's rad,
Very
man.
cool.
That's
So
awesome.
that was the final part of my transportation department, other than motor coach.
Great memories right
that's
there.
great
All
to
right.
know.
Cool. Thank you, Jack.
Jimmy, good seeing you back.
You, my
Have a
man.
good time.
You're the best, Jack.
Stefan is in New Hartford. Stefan, quickly say hi to Jimmy.
Well, hello, Jimmy.
This is all real.
Yeah, this is a big deal. Hey, pal.
How are you, Jimmy?
I'm concerned, but it's good to hear your voice.
He's all in. He might even be running for mayor. It's one of his big plans. Stefan, are you coming to the show tonight?
No, I'm not, but I wish you good luck, Jimmy, and welcome to Utica, New York.
All right,
buddy.
there you go. Davey, get in on
Love
that
it,
mic. I
Stefan.
want to
Come here,
have. Thank you, Stefan.
Stefan, you're the best.
Stefan's been he's a long time caller.
Yes.
He's on many radio shows.
Yes, he's
I'm
legendary.
surprised he hasn't gotten on.
No, but I've heard him on IBX before.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
because
you have.
sometimes I'll listen to this in the morning just to remind myself what not to do. Kidding.
Yeah, I get
Kidding.
it.
Stop it.
Davey, what do you have? An update on the tickets. This is what do we have?
Nothing. It just stands at nothing 100.
Okay. What does that mean?
No bid.
No.
Oh,
okay.
nobody knows.
All right.
I'm not paying $100.
So the tickets would sell. This is for the 5 p.m. show. I've got people screaming at me to get tickets. This is your chance to get tickets. Well, go ahead and make a bid on it if you want to. Oh, I'm just saying. I'm not giving them away. Sorry. You're paying for the tickets. Everybody had to pay. That's what's going to happen.
Right.
And it goes to a great cause. Kathy is in Rome. Is it line 3 or 4, Davey?
She's on 3.
3. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. You're on with Jimmy Fallon.
Good morning, Jimmy. I love hearing your program every afternoon. I have a couple of cats, and boy, they take notice when your program comes on. Meow, meow.
Wow.
And we continue.
Moving on up the scale.
That's hot.
That is.
Wow.
Kathy, that's
She has
awesome.
a couple of them.
Thank you,
that
Kathy.
was-
Just 2.
Let's keep them going. 315-736-0186. County Executive Anthony Pacenti, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
How's Jimmy doing?
My man. I'm holding it together barely.
Barely.
To be honest.
Barely?
Yeah, we're having a good time, though.
Barely?
Yeah. Barely surviving. Listen, the county executive just quit this was in the New York Post last night.
Yep.
And today he just quit the Power Authority because of the natural gas, the crazy policies. You had a couple good lines in the Post.
Well, I thought the one, and was that, we had Andrew Cuomo who was counting how many people were at dinner, and now we have Kathy Hochul telling us how we're going to cook it, on the stove.
Exactly.
So, and just bizarre policies. I know the senator talked to him yesterday and last few days about it. It just, it's just crazy. We're trying to be, again, New York. We have to be first, but we don't have to be right, and we're always wrong. And, and that's the pattern. But just what between the natural gas, between the power, and between bail reform, Discovery, Medicaid. I mean, the list goes on. It's like in all my years, there's never been so much junk in a budget and crazy stuff. I think Senator explained it really well. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And
Well, listen, as long as Ukraine has money, I'm cool. I just want to make sure we send everything we have to Ukraine.
They've got a lot.
What a crazy time to be alive.
It really is. County Executive, we appreciate it. And there's a story up on our website about this as well at WIBX.
I know. Thank you. And look, we'll keep pushing, Jimmy. Good to have you in town, and we'll see you soon.
You too, my man. Keep playing good ball.
You got to do what you got to do around here. Rudy is in Rome. Hi, Rudy. You're on the radio. Good morning.
Hi. This is Rudy Kanzler. I actually called a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I have an extra ticket for Jimmy Fallon show at the 9:15 tomorrow night, and so I can donate that too.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Very nice.
So that'd be good. So interesting, real quick. So last year, my wife and I, it was our 50th wedding anniversary, and we went to Jimmy's June show.
Oh.
And I slipped Jimmy a note to say, hey, could you announce our anniversary and stuff? So he was kind enough to do that. And then as part of the show, of course, he made a lot of jokes about people being old and how they act and stuff like that. So we had a ball. And if you would, real quick, my wife's birthday is today. If you could just say happy birthday to Mary, that'd be fine too.
Oh, happy birthday, Mary. And it's an honor to be employed here at your shout-out service. But, of course, happy birthday. If you want, I can throw on the gorilla costume and come over and do a little jig. I love you, but why you always putting me to work, man? I got like 71 jobs, but I love you. No, happy birthday to Mary.
Rudy, thank you. Happy birthday.
Rudy, you're the best.
So we do have an extra ticket.
Okay. I'm going to give you to Davey and let you guys handle that. Hey, Donna, out of that room, please. Get out of his booth. He's got to work, for God's sakes. Davey, take care of that call, please.
This is anarchy.
I'm putting it on hold. All right. We're out of time.
Thank God.
Couldn't come soon enough.
I'm going to try not to get emotional as I auto start my car. That was amazing.
Wow.
This would go on forever. It was great.
So what's happening noon to 3 today? What's on the
Woo!
lineup?
Fox Cross America. I'm getting Lincoln Fala's cutting class to call in. I know that because it's Friday.
Okay.
That's become a staple in the Fala house. Is that he's in high school now.
Yeah.
They don't learn anything. You know what I mean?
He might be funnier than you in the show.
I hope so. I want to become the abusive stage dad who gets fat off his kid's success.
Perfect.
Whenever he threatens to steal the show, I'm like, dude, be my guest.
Yeah.
Joe Jackson had it a lot better than Michael.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? No one testified against Joe. You know what I mean? As he set up Michael. I could get back to my old ways. I'm kidding. But that's going on. I believe Erin Brockovich is coming by to talk about the tanker spill out in East Palestine, Dr. Nicole Sapphire. And there's a mystery guest. And what that means is they haven't booked the third guest yet.
Okay.
I'll find out.
So they call it a mystery.
I mean, I'm calling it a mystery.
Yeah,
I have no idea who they're even out to.
And all from the studio. We're honored to have you broadcast from here.
I love doing my show from here, for real. I think I've told you that.
Yeah.
Like, it's such an easy, high-function space. Because, I go on the road.
Yeah.
And sometimes you run into, a guy hands you a
box.
styrofoam cup with a string attached to it. I'm like, this connects to New York?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's going to be fine. And
Well, we are the same. We just doctor it up with stuff that looks like it's important, and it just works. It works.
You shot up the hamster that's running on the wheel with steroids. I
That's
respect
right.
that. The
That's
power
right.
won't go down.
Big round of applause for the man, Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, you guys.
And listen, there are a few tickets out there. Call Davey. Do what you want to do. Work it out. But 5 sellout shows. Nobody has done that before. Very impressive. We're excited.
That's a big. I'm pumped up. So thank you. For
It'll
real.
be a great weekend. Noon till 3 today from this studio. WIBX and WIBX950.com as well. Gotta go. Back here on Monday morning.
Every day at NBT Bank, we focus our business around all the ways we can help yours. We're large enough to offer leading business and digital solutions, but local enough to ensure personalized one-on-one service. So turn to NBT Bank for a full range of business solutions, like capital and treasury management services, even fraud protection, and see how NBT Bank is just the right size to help you do big things. Visit nbtbank.com to learn more and start a conversation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica, Rome, W295DI Utica, Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square media station.
Allay their fears. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. 2 weeks after a fiery train derailment that sent toxic chemicals spewing and toxic fumes smoking in East Palestine, Ohio.
I understand people's concerns. Look, they've been through a very, very traumatic a horrible experience.
Republican Ohio Governor Mike DeWine just told Fox, despite the worries and reports of headaches, sore throats, and rashes.
The air is good. We've gone into hundreds and hundreds of people's houses to test that air. It's good.
He also says they can drink the town's water unless they have a well not yet tested. The U.S. and our European allies are gathered at a security conference in Germany today discussing more help for Ukraine. Its President Volodymyr Zelensky just thanked them.
Thanks to which Russian Goliath has already started to lose his ground. Thank you very much.
But Zelensky also asked for more help as Russian forces try to take more territory in eastern Ukraine. A new warning from North Korea.
It could take, quote, unprecedentedly strong action against South Korea. The threat comes after South Korea announced a series of planned military drills with the United States. The two allied countries have said the training drills are defensive in nature.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. President Biden's ordering a change in protocol on shooting objects out of the sky, but insists
if any object presents a threat to the safety and security of the American people, I will take it down.
And he says nothing suggests the 3 still unknown objects shot down recently are related to the Chinese spy balloon. In 2 hours, 5 now ex-cops will be in court in Memphis, Tennessee for a hearing as they face murder and other charges in the beating of Tyree Nichols, who died days later.
Who was pulled over by police January 7th and as seen on body camera and surveillance footage, trying to flee on foot before officers caught him and beat him. Another 8 Memphis police officers have also been disciplined or dismissed in the case.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. America's listening to Fox News.
And now a small business setback, delivered by a kind French stranger.
Monsieur, there was an accident. The windshield of your catering van is, how do you say, kaput? But Progressive has an extensive network of repair shops. Now, we sing about the old days. Brave marin revient de guerre.
When things go wrong with your small business, it's comforting to know you have Progressive Commercial. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Croissance for everyone. Brave
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms and conditions.
Is your home's title still in your name? Home Title Lock's free lookup service can make sure it is. Your home's title is online, where thieves can forge your signature, take out loans against it, or even sell it. Homeowners insurance and common identity theft programs don't protect you. Home Title Lock does. Verify your home is still in your name with Home Title Lock's free lookup service and register your address for 30 free days of protection at HomeTitleLock.com/free. HomeTitleLock.com/free.
You have cancer. 3 words you wish you could unhear. But just because a cancer diagnosis may be a shock to your system doesn't mean cancer surgery has to be. Now, there's Edge Radiosurgery. It breaks down tumors in less than an hour per treatment. No knife, no hospital stay. Faster treatments, lower risk. Edge Radiosurgery, now at AMP of New York. Learn more at ampofny.com/edge. You may experience side effects which may be severe. Ask your doctor if Edge Radiosurgery, Associated Medical Professionals of New York, is correct for you.
Sure, you can buy blank uniforms, but what if there was a one-stop shop option that could do it all? Order your uniform, tailor it to fit you, sew on patches, embroider your name, and screen print your tees. A&P Master Images can do that and more. Order one piece for yourself or set up an online store for your whole department to order online. Come and pick it up, have it shipped to your doorstep, or even ask for free delivery to your departments in our local area. A&P Master Images is a New York State certified woman-owned business and can help you or your department